Hello, it's Mikko from ML Sound Lab, and this is my demo for the new Reflex IRs, and this is for the Mick 77 pack. Let's have a listen. So we just released our new Reflex impulse response line. These are IR packs in wave format, so raw format, and really the purpose here is to be more in line with the approach that we have at ML Sound Lab for making the highest quality products out there. These guitar cabinet designs that we've had and that are the norm and standard, these were made over 50 years ago originally, and these designs were never made for miking up. They were designed for loud stage use, so not much thought went into optimizing something like a mic up. While I specifically spec'd out a cabinet from Zilla. Paul is an old friend of mine since we made the collaboration with Misha Mansour and Fractal Audio back in the day. Anyways, I kind of approached him with this concept, and he made me a modified Zilla Fat Baby, so it's kind of a beefed up Zilla Fat Baby. It's a 1x12 that sounds bigger than a 4x12 oversize. Without going too much into that, because there are other videos for that, I just want to show you what this Mick 77 sounds like. A Mick 77 obviously based on the Eminence DV77 Mick Thompson signature speaker. This is the first time we're making this with ML Sound Lab. Let's have a listen to this mix and what it sounds like. So, in case you didn't know, I'm a huge Slipknot fan. I probably got in during the Subliminal era, and that album itself is actually very important to me personally. Anyways, if you didn't notice the inspiration behind these riffs, that's where it came, and obviously, as you probably noticed, I played those drums myself. Sure, I did, yes. Now, as far as these guitars go, this is just the first Mix IR in the IR collection, so getting this sound is super easy. You don't really have to tweak it at all, because I didn't tweak it at all. There's no post-processing, as you can see. All I have going on is Amped Oracle, and these are the settings. Nothing here, no noise gates, no boosts, no nothing. Just boosting the treble quite a bit. This is a dark amplifier. And then on the cabinet section, I'm just using the Reflex Mick 77 1, the first mix, and it's called Bite. And this is the sound that you get. And some separation for these layers. We have my classic horror sound, which is the same exact sound actually, but just using the chorus pedal in these plugins, and all these knobs are at full, and that gives you that horror kind of a lead sound. So this is what that sounds like. You hear me using this a lot, so if you're ever wondering how do I get that horror sound, it's just the chorus pedal in the amped plugins, all knobs at full, that's the sound. And then this other layer is just the same rhythm track, no effects or anything. Playing that sort of a thing, my Slipknotiest sound that I can get out of my guitar. And other than that, it's just all normal. Just quickly going through the mix itself, we're using amped bass, and just the default preset as always, just adjusting the gain to be a little bit more. This is a jazz bass, so very simple, very basic. And the drums, ML drums, this is actually based on the video that I made quite recently, making my perfect drum kit, mixing all different packs inside ML drums. The only thing I really changed was the snare. I chose the super hand hammered, so that's a Superphonic Ludwig, and with the highest pitch. And that's the only modification that I really did for my best drum kit in the world. And the drums sound like this. Very mix ready, don't have to do any mixing to those, and like I said before, there's no mixing, and this is the sound you get. 100% ML SoundLab plugins, no mixing. So that's essentially it. Okay, so let's have a look at what's included in these impulse response packs. Right now we're using the first mix, like I said before. Let's play the audio and show you all the different IRs included. So we have this. And we also have 5 mixes altogether. A little bit fatter. Smooth. Kind of subdued in the higher end. Aggressive, has that nice high mid, nasty kind of a nasally bite to it. Sizzly. And then, as always with ML SoundLab impulse response packs, you have 5 different brightness variations for 8 different mics. So A will be the darkest position, so furthest away from the cap, and E will be pretty much always pretty much on the cap, dead center position. So let's, for example, listen to this 7B. Now that's 5 different brightness variations simply by changing the microphone positioning. And we have 8 microphones. We have the Shure SM7B, we have the SM57, we have the Royer 121, we have the Bayer 160, we have a Neumann condenser microphone 184, then we have a Sennheiser 421, a vintage one, that is actually important. We have the Sennheiser 906, and we have the Shure U3, which is essentially a vintage SM57. Same thing for all these microphones. Let's also have a listen to the 57, because I'm sure that's what most people are interested in anyways. So the darkest position for the 57. That's pretty good. And I find that this speaker gets almost like greenbacky once you go dead center. I think the B one, that was the one. So what this enables you to do is, if you have this IR collection, you can do something like, for example, I can do here, let's load another IR on this side. Let's have it be like a 421, maybe a dark position. Now I have a 421 here on the right side and 57 here on the left side, and I can blend the two. 421, 57. And a nice 50-50 blend actually sounds pretty good with these. So you can do things like these with these raw IR formats, and as always, our IR format is actually raw. It's not minimum phase transformed. You can find those kinds of files in there too, but this raw IR format actually enables you to have the phase information intact for that IR, making it just a tiny bit even more realistic than using some of these very processed impulse responses that some people are selling. And that is it. To find out more information about Reflex IRs, check the link down below. And we're also releasing 2 other packs on top of this one. One of them is called Gent 30. That is the main V30 from the Periphery 3 cabinet. If you didn't know, I made those IRs for that album. So that is this speaker, the tryout. Then another pack called Green 90. And that is one of the best, you could say, modern greenbacks, but hey, it's from 1990 exactly, and that is my favorite spec for a greenback speaker essentially. And now you have these 3 packs, and if you're really interested, you can bundle them, get all 3 and you get 1 for free. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. See you on the next one, and go check out Reflex IRs altogether. Bye bye.